There is nothing so simple and glorifying as producing your own food. The ability we have to plant a seed, nourish its growth, and reap the benefits of our work is the most basic form of human survival. It is what we have been doing for thousands of years. Our culture has now expanded to the size where individual production of sustenance agriculture is no longer possible. People rely on large-scale agriculture in order to meet their food needs. This has transformed human basic survival techniques. Farmers have turned to pesticide use in an attempt to meet the demand for high crop yields. The social implications allow for increased food accessibility, but the health risks posed to consumers and agricultural workers are often underestimated.
The odd thing about pesticides is that, many other chemicals, we spill them by accident. We say there's been a chemical spill, now the groundwater is contaminated. Because we meant to be doing something else with this chemical, but we spilled it by accident because we were careless. Pesticides, we spill them on purpose. We intentionally put them in the environment. That's like the purpose of making them, just to spread them around. And it seems like not the greatest idea on its face, like to take chemicals that are meant to kill things and put them out in the environment.
As you know, they're a huge part of agriculture in the industrial world, and they are part of a suite of technologies that have very significantly increased production. Some of it's been breeding, some of that's been fertilizer, and then some of it has been managing pests. And so a lot of farmers swear by them. And I think over time we've become more and more aware of the problems that they cause as well. And the groups you mentioned are important because they, some because they're more vulnerable. Pregnant women are vulnerable because of carrying a fetus and because of sort of metabolizing a lot of chemical and passing it into the child. We know lots of things come into breast milk, for example, or through the placenta. And the farm workers, because they're exposed repeatedly to the chemicals. So a lot of things that we might not, in our everyday diet, by the time we get it on the supermarket shelf and it's been washed or cooked, there may not be much left of the pesticide. But I think probably the highest risk group are the people working in the fields.
My name's Melissa Geddes, and I work here on the Farm Garden Centre. I'm a master gardener from Van Dusen Botanical Gardens, and I'm the horticulturist here on site. So we're starting from the bones up with people and giving them a lot of information. We encourage people to do a lot of companion planting. So basically, planting things that will keep certain known predators off what they're trying to harvest, right?
What kind of scale? The pesticide distribution system is global. The technologies are well tested. There's a lot of money behind. The governments are quite inclined to subsidize access to that technology because they believe it works. The companies have good access to the government officials, and so all the other experiments are still quite small and low key. But I do think that from different sides, from the consumers wanting something different, from the workers not wanting to deal with this, if we also had just better protection. So if we were to start to push on that side, it would make pesticides a much more expensive alternative than they are now. And I think that would make space for other ways of managing pest problems.
Of course, a lot of people want to eat organic vegetables, and so to help them in their quest, we provide products for them that are organic, that are, have a wide spectrum of macronutrients.
I don't want to expose my child to pesticides. And I suppose I do consume non-organic food, but these organophosphate chemicals are a big deal. And I don't know why we would want them in our bodies if we could avoid it. Organic chemicals are what make food not organic, actually.